suspended without pay.
Anthony Papa, a Bronx man who was granted clemency by Governor Pataki in December, has a show of his paintings at a Manhattan gallery. Zachary Fink was there. He files this report.
Anthony Papa, who taught himself how to paint in prison, is a free man after 12 years behind bars.
My art, to me, was life-saving. It helped me maintain my humanity because it gave me meaning in my life, and I think that's important.
In 1986, Mr. Papa was sent to jail after delivering a package of cocaine. Although he was a non-violent drug offender who was set up by police in a sting, Papa was sentenced to 15 years to life under New York State's zero-tolerance Rockefeller laws, which impose mandatory minimum sentence requirements on criminal law judges in New York State.
I made a mistake when I was young, and I needed a wake-up call, not to be thrown in a cage for 15 years. It's a waste of tax dollars. It's a waste of human life. Money that could be better spent for needy communities.
But it was during his time of isolation in prison that Mr. Papa mastered his craft.
This piece is called Life of Frank Papa, and it's about my Uncle Frank, who died of cancer. And in 1988, he came up and we were sitting in the visit room at Sing Sing prison, and he actually told me that he was dying from cancer. And I looked into his eyes, and I saw that he felt what I felt when I was sentenced to 15 years to life. I was sentenced to a social death, and here he was, dying. So I made that connection and actually painted what I felt, and sort of like an eye, and you look at him within the eye, and you see the despair and the agony of actually dying. And I actually was commissioned to do this by Prison Life magazine, and an illustration on a story they were doing based on giving the prisoner the right to vote, which they were trying to get in New York, done in 5 other states. And it depicts an individual behind bars and basically dealing with issues that exist in their communities from in prison. Because just because you're in prison, that doesn't mean your life necessarily ends. I mean, you still have your family out there. So a lot of us thought that, you know, prisoners should vote. And this piece reflects that whole issue about giving the right to prisoners to vote. A lot of my work is political content. I have a lot of political work that I'm proud of.
Reporting from Midtown Manhattan, this is Zachary Fink for BXNY News.
While Police Commissioner Howard Safer promises